Before there was an empty tomb, there was a cross. Before there was resurrection, there was suffering. And before you keep scrolling today, there is something you need to hear. This is not just a story from history. This is a story written for you. Maybe you came into this Easter season carrying something heavy. A relationship that broke. A dream that didn't work out. A version of yourself you're not proud of. Or maybe you're just tired. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a question keeps returning. Does any of this actually mean anything? Stay with me. Because what happened 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem was the answer to that question. Jesus stood before a crowd that had turned on him. Just days earlier, they had welcomed him with celebration. Now they called for his death. He was falsely accused, mocked, struck, a crown of thorns pressed into his head, not as honor, but as humiliation. And here is what should stop you cold. He could have stopped all of it. One word, and it would have ended. But he didn't stop it, because he was thinking of you. He carried his cross through the streets of Jerusalem, step by step, the weight unbearable, the pain constant. People watched from the sides of the road. Some mocked, some wept, some looked away. If you had been there that day, where would you have been standing? Because the truth is, he walked that road knowing your name. He walked anyway. They nailed him to the cross, hands and feet pierced. And as he hung there between heaven and earth, in the worst pain a human body can endure, he looked out at the people responsible for putting him there and said, "Father, forgive them." Think about that. Not anger, not revenge, forgiveness. If you have ever wondered whether God could forgive you, whether your mistakes are too big, your past too dark, listen to those words again. Father, forgive them. That includes you. And then, with his final breath, he said, "It is finished." Not a cry of defeat, a declaration. Every debt you have ever carried, every failure, everything you have ever done that you wish you could undo. Paid, finished, done. His body was placed in a tomb. A massive stone rolled into place, sealed. And for 3 days there was silence. No movement, no voice, no sign, just stillness. Maybe you know what that silence feels like. Waiting for something to change. Praying and hearing nothing back. Wondering if hope is even real. The disciples felt that too. They didn't understand yet that the silence was not the end. Then, on the 3rd day, the earth trembled. Light broke through darkness, and a stone was rolled away. Not to let Jesus out, but to show the world. He was already gone. The tomb was empty. Jesus had risen, not as a symbol, not as a memory, not as an idea, but alive. Death had been defeated. And if death could be defeated, then nothing in your life is too far gone. No relationship beyond repair. No person beyond reach. No moment too broken to be redeemed. That is what the empty tomb means. Maybe you came into Easter not sure what you believe. That's okay. Maybe you walked away from faith a long time ago. That's okay too. But if there is even a small part of you that wonders, if there is even a quiet voice asking, what if this is real? Don't ignore it today. The resurrection of Jesus is not asking you to have it all figured out. It is simply asking you one question. Will you let this be the moment something changes? The stone was rolled away. The tomb was empty. And the story did not end in death. It ended in life. That life is available to you today. This is the story of Easter. He is risen.